Hey everybody, it's Rabbit. So today what we have is some Magach 6R gameplay, and if you're wondering, this is the variant of the Magach that has a stabilizer, has the M111 round, doesn't have any kind of thermals, only has a basic rangefinder. But overall, I mean, for its battle rating, this is actually a pretty good tank. The 6R has some ERA, only situationally protects you, but the mobility, well, once you get it spaded, its mobility is pretty good. Stock mobility is kind of trash. The main shell, the M111, I actually really like it, especially at this battle rating. At 8.3, it kind of slaps. And then just having a stabilizer and a rangefinder, generally pretty good. So this game disappointed me, and you're gonna see why near the end, because ultimately this was definitely the 40% that, like, you're not winning it. And I kind of feel bad for one of my teammates. I don't know if it was this guy in the Vickers or somebody else, but he ended up in a Falcon at the end of the game. He got like 11 ground kills, 2 air kills. I do pretty decent, but our team just did not exist. It was, yeah, this, like, I don't want to say like 2v15, but this was pretty close to a 2v15. So, pushing up towards the middle, nothing too crazy. We decided to take the inner route. I don't really want to take the outer route, get exposed to a little too much fire there. And then here I just realized the entire team's just capping zone. I guess we'll grab some quick zone cap points. There's a few different approaches you can take with this map. You can try to go around the middle, around B, and then push out. You can try to go A, you can try to go C. Like, it's... The strategies on this map, and this is where I say that this guy just got smacked by somebody, and, like, I figure they're kind of in that area, but I can't quite tell where, because he immediately, like, moved. And then I see some teammates shooting in that general direction. Unfortunately, these guys are kind of in the way of me trying to get a shot, but yeah, teammates got him. Cool. Zone capped. Alright, all's well that ends well. We helped this T-55 repair. And it's one of those, all's well that ends well, zone cap. This doesn't seem like it's going too bad at this point. Like, you know, we have a zone, they don't. Doesn't look like our casualties have been too bad, although in practice they kind of were too bad, but, you know, it happens. But I'm like, what the... For some reason I didn't think that guy was quite dead, so I'm like, alright, cool. At this point, I don't really want to be on the zone, because being on the zone doesn't... There's no benefit to it. You'd rather be roaming. Artillery, a spotting shell lands incredibly close to us, but, you know, nothing too bad. But yeah, you want to, like, lose predictability as much as you can. The big problem with staying on zones for long periods of time is that the predictability is just a little bit too high. And here's where I see my teammate get knocked out by a TAM. At first I thought the T-55 actually got the TAM, and then I realized that he didn't. Like, the TAM was on fire, but obviously that's not enough for a kill in this game, so... we follow up with a kill, and then I'm like, alright, cool. This is where... A little bit after this, I start hearing some engine noises. I think it's like here. Yeah, you can hear the engine noises to my immediate left, and I'm like... okay, there's an enemy to my left. And this is where I think I'm dead, because we see this AMX-30, like, directly in front of us as we see those engine noises, and we're like, alright, well, we'll knock this guy out. And that's why I'm immediately backing up, because I'm trying to put some distance. Because I'm like, let's see if this guy pushes. And I think he actually gets stuck on the wreck, and that's why he opts not to push. Like, if he had just flown around the wreck of that T-55, I think he could have got me, although it was pretty close on the reload. I actually have a decent crew. Like, all of my Israeli MBTs have a decent crew, because I currently own almost all of them, but... then I hear him, like, going off the other direction, and I'm like, okay, well, it's clear, but he also just went that way. And I don't really want to stay here, because, like, at least one person knows where I am. So I would much rather, like, get moving. As soon as I hear, like, the engine noises completely fade, I'm like, alright, well, staying here seems like a mug's game. I'm gonna wrap around, even though this is maybe a little too aggressive. I'm trying to see if I still see him around the corner, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess he just absolutely flew away from me for some reason. So, alright, cool. Let's do a quick check over here, make sure we're not going to get shot on the side, although we still might. Like, we can't afford to focus attention on the side, unfortunately, but And here it's just like, do. At this point, like, I can still hear the guy. Like, I thought I could still hear him, so I was like, but then I was like, oh, maybe I didn't still hear him? Anyway. It was one of those scenarios where it's like, I thought I had him, and then I didn't have him, and whatever. Like, well, those guys died to a bomb, but some other guys died on point. I would rather back up the guys dying on point, because backing up the guys that died to a bomb is not beneficial. And then that guy gets clocked by a helicopter, and I'm like, well, want no part of that. And I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? I only hit his engine, but like his turret traverse is so god-awful that I could just kind of drive around like this. It's like he's not ever going to catch me with that thing. I've played many, like I have the Chinese tech tree, I've played many of types 59 and 69. Like if you disable their engine, they're not getting their turret around on you. So, just a friendly tip if you ever play one of those vehicles. So we're at 3 kills, we're at 1 zone cap. Nothing too crazy. At this point though, like our team is not doing well. Like I'm looking at the mini-map and I'm like, okay, we got 3 kills, we've secured the zone, we've kept the enemy taking it. But like, we have no prospects of getting B, we have no prospects of getting C. Here's where I hear some more audio cues. Oh, I could see it in the X-ray, I just barely missed this Brennus. Because like, I can hear this Brennus. And I'm like, what the hell is this guy? I'm like, I can hear him off to my left, and I'm like, you can see me briefly debate, should I go back to zone? And I'm like, no, I think I wrap around behind him. But yeah, like looking at the minimap, it's like we have nobody anywhere. We have no prospects of B, we have no prospects of C. Like we're not even really securing A, like I'm the only one here. So it's like we're not securing any zones. We don't really have any map presence to go along with it either. So like, we kind of just have nothing. This is not the best possible position to be in. So yeah, it's like, as much as I'm like trying to do what I can with this, and here I'm like, where is he? I'm like, okay, there he is. Easy enough. Just briefly like, trying to figure out where he's on zone. Here, because it's easiest to get shot from the left-hand side, or the northern side, whatever you want to call it, I'm trying to put the fountain between me and that side and watch the other side towards B. Because I'm like, well, they might be coming towards B. I know I can get shot from the fields north of me. So I'm just going to capture this real quick. And I'm going to head out B side because we kind of need to start looking at the prospects of getting another zone. And like, we don't have that many people over here. We have a hell of a lot more than we have anywhere else. So this is where I'm kind of wandering around the map. Yeah, I kind of saw that plane. I was like, I'm just going to stop real quick because I think he's overshooting me. Turns out, it was a good instinct. So we're kind of moving towards B. We realize A's getting capped. So I'm like, ah, balls. I'm like, well, I'll just keep going towards B. Then I hear some engine noises, and I'm like, oh, God. Are you serious? So I kind of swing it around, and I'm like, oh, crap. Fortunately, that guy doesn't see me. Now, this guy sees me almost right away. Yeah. This M48 G2 saw me basically instantly. Like, I think he was in a squad with the other guy. Because, like, most of the time in a pub, people don't spot you that fast. Spoiler, 5 kills, 2 zone caps. Not a bad run, but our team is not in this game at all. So I just hop in a Skyhawk. Don't really do much in a Skyhawk, because what the hell can you do with a game like this? I wouldn't have done much better in a ground vehicle. So, hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day, everybody.